Good afternoon and welcome to the What's Up Wenatchee podcast. Hello, everybody. My name is Nikki Darling, and we are broadcasting live. This is happening right now. We are broadcasting from the All Good Things, Crystals, Rocks, and Minerals. It is on the north end of town, 1630 North Wenatchee Avenue. This place is amazing if you have not been there, and it is open for business. So if you hear little rustlings and happenings in the background, that's because, people come to the store all the time. So we're hanging out here and broadcasting until 2 o'clock this afternoon. Just to give you a big heads up, if you are used to catching us on any of our Facebook platforms, you are not going to catch us on our Facebook platforms this week. Why? Vietnamese hackers. That's why. You would not expect that to be my answer. But they have. I fought the hackers and I won, actually, except for the fact that I have been blocked from posting for, another week or so. So we can't get our live stream up on there. So we are working on giving you a redirect so you can be able to watch this live via our other channels. We live stream on 7 different platforms, 7, including YouTube and Twitch, LinkedIn, and various different Facebook platforms. So if you can't catch us on Facebook this week, there are other ways that you can watch. Always, always, always. And then if you don't catch the live show, then you can catch us on your time on demand content. That's what a podcast is. So we get the video up on Spotify. That's brand new now. We are on Spotify for podcasters, so you'll be able to catch the video on there as well as the audio on all of the rest of podcast streamers. So we're trying our best to make sure that you get all of the content when you want it, where you want it, and on demand, because that's the point, isn't it? We do have a pretty good show for you today, jam-packed as always. We are here because this is one of the 12 shops that is going to be participating in Hop and Shop, which is happening tomorrow. Can you believe that? It is here and ready to go. If you can see this way, that way. Okay, there he is. There he is. This is confusing because you're not here.
I know.
Here, where are you?
I'm at home.
What happened, man? I miss you.
I miss you too. No, the invincible me finally got the crazy bug. So
yeah.
So I'm self-isolating at home.
Well, we appreciate that you did that for us. Although we do miss you, and we know how much you were looking forward to being here at the Crystal Store with us. But we'll come back and revisit. This probably will not be our last time here. So but we appreciate you joining us from home, at least.
Absolutely.
So, and you're gonna miss Hop and Shop tomorrow. I was going to get you on the bus.
That was like that. This is something that I've been looking forward to, that I've been trying to repost on my own Facebook page. This is a huge deal. I think everyone should want to go, because all of the stores that are on this list are amazing stores.
They really are, and we'll go through them and we'll let you know all of the 12 stops that are going to be on Hop and Shop, and give you a chance to actually get onto the VIP bus, because the spots are almost gone, to be honest. So you can always do the self-guided tour if you want the self-guided tour, but the VIP bus is where it's at. So we're going to talk a bit about Hop and Shop today. We are going to talk about Wenatchee World's Best nominations. They are happening right now. I have to tell the story about the Vietnamese hackers and why we are not allowed to post on Facebook for the next week. So I'll go all through that, because that was a crazy middle of the night battle that I had with them. I checked in with Rosa Pullido, the executive director of the Wenatchee Downtown Association, after her first big event, which was the wine walk last week. So we'll see how that first huge soiree was for her. And tweet, tweet, the birds are back in town. We'll talk about the return of the e-scooters coming to Wenatchee again this spring and summer. I don't know why this is such a big issue. It's like the roundabouts, Grayson. Why is this such a big issue? And I also have a few guests that are going to be on with me. The owner of this store, Annalie, of Crystal, All Good Things, Crystals, Rocks, and Minerals, going to sit down with me for a bit. Jason Underwood, you remember last week I said, hey, we got to get Jason on to talk about Pluto entering into Aquarius and all of that. You remember me talking to you about that, Grayson?
Oh, I remember it. I'm really excited for Jason. These are reasons I wish that I didn't have this.
I know. You are a big Jason Underwood fan. So Jason is going to be in the Crystal store. I don't even know how that's going to happen, but he is going to tell us the impact of Pluto entering into Aquarius and how that is going to affect data and information technology and the world's view, our perspective worldview by the end of 2044. So that is going to be a really interesting, mind-blowing conversation with Jason that I don't even know the questions to ask. I just ask him, usually I just ask him one question and then just is off and running. And Nancy Barrett, the owner of Class with a Glass, is going to be in. She is the one hosting the party after Hop and Shop, the post Hop and Shop party tomorrow. So it's going to be at Class with a Glass. So she's going to tell us all about that and everything else that is happening at Class with a Glass, because they got a bunch of different events going on down there at Second and Mission at their studio. So another really packed show today, and super excited. I'm sorry you cannot be here, Grayson. I love you though, and I really hope that you get better really soon. We are a community supported show, and we are partially supported by Susie Health Solutions and Wenatchee Insurance. Insurance shopping, it just stinks. It sucks, doesn't it? So if you go online, you can just expect that you are going to get your inbox full of spam and contacts until like the sun burns out, right? So the products are confusing. I don't even know what the difference is between catastrophic and full coverage. So I need people. I don't know everything, so I have to go to my people. 11 years ago, we got Matt and Susie. They saw a change in healthcare that was starting to come up. They started helping people free of charge with Apple Healthcare and the applehealthcarefinder.com, right? So Washington Healthcare Health Plan Finder, they saw some gaps that were happening, like in dental and vision, and particularly Medicare. And so they contracted with some of the companies and started offering those products too. And then later on, they started to pair up with Shayla to do home and your health. So when you walk into their office, it's really laid back. You see National Park posters on the walls. They're dressed in jeans and sneakers and sweatshirts. It's really, really laid back. They're really comfortable to talk to. You can ask them questions, as many questions. They're not going to make you feel stupid. I just didn't give up when I went there. I kept asking all the questions, and because it's my health, right? You know, I want to make sure that I am comfortable with it. And they really did not make me feel like I was being judged. And that was really important to me. Like, they're real people like me. And in just this past January, like I said, they paired up with Shayla. She's with Wenatchee Insurance. So now they've contracted with a bunch of the insurance companies for homes, auto, business. And now you can fill in the gaps for your home and your health. You can go to one place, health and your home, Susie Health Solutions and Wenatchee Insurance. They're both located at 413 North Mission Street or at enrollmentcenter.org. And here's Matt and Susie. They do their own podcast on the Darling Podcast Network called it's the Suzilla Family Podcast. And they are currently in the Supernova business competition, and we wish them all the best in that competition. So they've been talking a lot about that and what it's like going through that process. So you can always go to darlingpodcasts.com and listen to all the past episodes of their podcast and subscribe so you can hear that, hear all the newest episodes as they're coming out, because they are hilarious. They're really funny. And I always suggest nominating them for World's Best as well, because they've got an insurance company. So, Susie Health Solutions, Wenatchee Insurance. There's a spot right there in Wenatchee World's Best for the World's Best Insurance Company. So maybe you want to think about adding them or nominating them for the Wenatchee's World's Best. The nominations are happening right now, Grayson. And
I've been voting every day.
Have you?
I have.
So it started on March 18th, and it goes until Sunday. And you, I guess, per email address, I think it's per email address, you can nominate one per day. And go on, and they have a bunch of different categories in things like automotive and community and healthcare, maybe it's different categories. And then within that, you can nominate. So they have like best band or musician, best insurance company, best place to buy a gift. It was really difficult to find a category for us to fit into, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. It took me a minute to
throw that out there.
Where that gets located, because there's no specific category that it goes into.
I kind of feel a little proud about that, to be honest. At first, I was like,
I went through all the selections, like where?
Like, where'd I go? I don't know. I'm not a radio station, so I can't fit into a radio station. I'm not a band or musician, because I was looking for both What's Up Wenatchee and the podcasts.
Right.
And I was looking for what we do entertainment-wise with the karaoke and the game nights and things like that. So I'm like looking for both of these aspects, and we just didn't fit in anywhere. I'm like, we're not a band or a musician. We're not a theatrical group, because that was one of the categories, a theatrical group. And we're not, I don't know, we're not a radio station. Are we a radio station? Technically, that would be like the closest thing. A podcast network.
You would think that would be it.
The closest thing, because we have podcasts on a network that are comparable to radio stations. People go look at the network and they go, oh, I want to tune into that show, just like I want to tune into that radio station because that aligns with my interests. So that would be the closest thing. So, but for some reason, I have a feeling that the Wenatchee World is not going to list Darling Podcasts as one of their nominees for best radio station. Something tells me they're not going to do that.
We're not a radio station.
We're a podcast network. So I don't know, maybe we just didn't fit. Maybe we just don't
staying positive with this, because there's a lot of businesses out there, and I want to encourage people to actually go and vote. And vote for businesses that you've done business with, or that you've been inside and how they've treated you. Don't vote based on, oh my gosh, they're the best, I've never used them, but they're everywhere. And I encourage you to vote for this podcast, because we put a lot of good local content out there, and I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of the hard work that Nikki puts into this.
But where would you vote this podcast?
Honestly, I had to get in where I fit in. and I just keep
Yeah.
going back to the same location and putting it there.
And where is that?
For me, you're putting me on the spot. I'd have to actually go on my phone right now to tell
Okay.
you.
Well, then, no, that's fine. I just thought maybe you knew. I've been putting, because I nominate myself along with other people. I put this store, Annalise All Good Things store, into best specialty shop. Is that right? Yeah, she's saying yes. Okay. I put Lenesse Boutique into. I have no shame. I put them into best place to buy a gift. I've been putting Wenatchee Computer into best computer shopper, computer repair. I mean, I can't remember all of them. I told you the insurance for Susie Health Solutions, and then I put me in best new business.
That's where I've got you.
Because
I have
the
to go
only
look right
place
now at all the
I
categories.
fit. It was the only place I fit. I didn't know where else to go, and I'm totally fine with that. With hey Wenatchee World, I really appreciate what you're doing with the world's best competition. I think it's brilliant. I think it's wonderful. It's great to have these businesses recognized. If this pushes you to add new categories, hey, they have the best cannabis shop as a category. They do. So they've had to, analyze their categories in the past. If this urges them to add some new categories like best performer, right? So where do comedians and burlesque and drag performers fit in, right? Where do they fit, right? So let's
Exactly.
see. Hey, I suggest a best performer. Where do clowns fit? Where does elbow fit?
That's a good point.
That's a good point.
It's a very good point.
Because I want to vote for elbow. And so let's vote for elbow. So we need a best performers. That's my suggestion, is a best performers category. All right, here's my little diatribe for a second. So Hop and Shop is tomorrow. You can still buy your tickets if you don't already have your spot. I do believe our VIP spots on the bus are dwindling, if they have any left. If the VIP spots are gone, then you always have the self-guided option of driving yourself around. They give you the map, and you just go around and you follow the spots. And the big deal is that you get this little punch card, and you go to the different shops, and as you go to the shops, you get your card punched, because once you get your card all punched at the end, that gets entered in for the raffle for all of the great prizes at the party. And one of those shops on the docket for Hop and Shop tomorrow is this store, All Good Things, Crystals, Rocks, and More. And the owner of that shop is Annalie, who I have gotten a good chance to know over the past month or two. And she is here with us today to talk about this wonderful store and all of the great energy that it just puts out there into the world, and really why you wanted to bring this creation into the world, I think. So if you could just get me a little bit closer to that microphone so I can make sure, because I know you're a little bit soft-spoken. I already know this about you.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that people know and can hear you. So hi, thank you so much for letting us be here today and sitting down with me for a few minutes.
Yes, of course. I'm so happy you wanted to do your podcast here.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of said it correctly. Like, my vision really for the shop, it's to try and help as many people as I can and help them along with their spiritual journey, healing, just to have a location that people can come to, not necessarily even to buy crystals, but just to come in and kind of get some relief from their day-to-day craziness, things that they have going on, just to come in, take a deep breath, and just release what they're holding on to.
You've said that a lot, that is your vision for this. And I love that so much, because, having a retail store is people think is easy, right? You just have stuff, and then when you sell stuff, you buy more stuff.
Yeah.
And there you go. Like, it's just supply, demand, sell, and buy. But one, having a business, no matter what your business is hard. And this is not your only business.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
this is not always what you've done.
Mhm.
And it's not even what you do all the time. Like, you have a full-time job, and like, this is your second business because this is your passion.
Yeah. Yeah.
So to me, that says so much about you. And so it says so much about your need and your need. So like, there's something in you that needs to get this out there, right?
Yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, it's like I said, that I've lived Wenatchee my whole life, and never really had a space to go to, or people necessarily that I could trust to tell, anything to, which is really what the girls and I here, like, we really fully are just so open to people and what they're going through, and hearing about their experiences or things that are bothering them. And like, we try our best to just offer a shoulder. And of course we kind of gear it toward like healing and give them advice or tips, tricks, like things that, you can do to hopefully feel better. Because we need more of feeling better.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, always. I said something though, Jason, the other day, that who's going to be on the program a little bit later, and pointing to the door, like he's walking in the door.
He probably will now.
Now he probably will, now that I said that. I said, everybody's healing from something, right? Or actually what I said is, everybody's recovering from something, right? Because I talk a lot about recovery because I'm in recovery, from alcohol. Like, I've been in recovery from alcohol, and that's been my journey. But I've also felt like I've been recovering from other things, other life situations, other traumas, other relationships, or failed relationships, or deaths, or whatever. Yeah. Everybody is recovering from something, processing something.
Yeah.
And you don't know. I mean, maybe you do, but I don't know. I'm going to speak from my own experience. I don't really know what's working on any given day. Like, I don't know if meditation's working and praying, or carrying around my stones, or doing positive affirmations, or things that I do in my AA recovery process, or things that I do in my meditation process, or things that I do that are more spiritual or religious. But I do it all.
Yeah. It's hard to see the day-to-day benefits and effects. It's more of a long term. You know what I mean? The more little steps that you take each day, the better ultimately you'll start feeling along the way. Mm-hmm. Really, I mean, essentially, it's that long-term benefit. But it just takes repetition and kind of putting that into your routine somehow, and just those little like things that you can do to be mindful of, like, how are you feeling now? How do you want to feel? How can you get there? Sometimes it's like such a slow process that it's like you don't even realize you're feeling better.
It's like watching your kid grow up.
Yeah, like,
and you're like, what?
You take that minute to reflect, and you're like, whoa, like, I am in a much better place now, and you can, contribute that to all these little steps that you've taken.
Mm-hmm. But that takes a certain amount of self-awareness, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because you have to, at certain periods, look back.
Yes, and we're not really used to doing that in our busy hustle and bustle day to day. Yeah, typically we're not used to doing that.
And looking at it in a way that's just more self-reflective and not judgmental. I think I'm used to looking back at my life and being very judgmental on myself. Critical. And going, I could do this better. I could have done that better. Instead of just looking back and saying, like, well, that was a learning experience to get me to where I am now, or look how far I've come since then, in a much more positive perspective.
Yep. Yeah. And again, it's like that awareness of, like, the direction that your thoughts are taking you, mm-hmm. If they're kind of like a more negative direction, or if they're geared toward more of the positive. But yeah, all of that takes self-awareness.
I did take your advice. I have to say, I've done a couple of these intuitive readings with you now, and you gave me a piece of guidance in our last reading of I was saying that, you know, as I was getting home from work, that was a very hectic time for me. My mind was kind of scattered, and I was like barking at my husband a lot, like as soon as I was getting home. So you gave me this piece of advice of like maybe taking 10 minutes, asking him or like explaining to him that I needed this 10-minute decompression time and go and kind of do some meditation at that point in time. And it was such an easy suggestion that you gave me, but like I wouldn't have thought of it myself. So that's why we don't do this work alone. And I actually did that. Like one day I came home and he was just like, why are you yelling at me? Like, why are you so angry? And I'm like, I just need 10 minutes to just decompress. And he was like, okay, then go do it. And I was like, okay, I will. Okay.
You call it time out on yourself.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you really have the, you know, you can make that work somehow. Like it's so beneficial to take an adult time out.
An adult time out. I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
So why crystals, rocks, and minerals?
Why the name?
No.
Like it's,
why? Literally.
Why did I choose?
Why are they so important in the process? Because I know it's not just the crystals and the rocks and the minerals. It's a process, right? There are other things. That's why you do the intuitive readings. That's why you're creating a safe space. That's why there's other things that happen here that people should go on your Instagram and Facebook and always follow what's going on here. There's other things, but this is the foundation, isn't it?
Yep.
So why?
I truly believe in the, let's see how to word this without sounding totally crazy. I'll just do it. I'll just say what I want to say. So just the powers of crystals. I know that everything universally has its own vibration and it has its own frequency that it vibrates at, which can be a higher frequency or a lower frequency. Crystals definitely naturally hold a higher frequency vibration. And when you bring that into your energy field, it can help elevate that. It can help get things moving more. It can bring extra strength. It can bring that extra energy that you need. It's just like, you know, like you were mentioning, all these little things that you can do. So crystals are absolutely a huge part of that. And just the metaphysical powers that they have, like each stone kind of has its own, you know, resonates in its own way. They can hit different parts of our self. I mean, whole self, not just physical self, but you know,
that was the word I was looking for, metaphysical.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I couldn't think of it. That it's like a different plane, isn't it? Yeah, metaphysical. And how do you know if a particular stone is right for you? Because it might not be.
Right. There's definitely a few different ways to tell if it's a stone that kind of matches your energy right now. And one thing that I will note is, just because you resonate or match with a stone today doesn't necessarily mean next week it'll be the right stone for you. And that's always changing, you know, like we are. But anyway, so the main thing is just, if you go off your intuition, like when you walk in the front door, if your eye instantly goes to a certain shelf that we have or table, go there and check it out, because that's a little intuitive hit, like, oh, that stone. When you find a stone too that you pick up in your hand and you can feel like a reaction, sometimes people say it's like a tingle, or they can like feel their heart kind of picking up pace, or the stone's getting warm. Any sensation like that is usually an indicator that it's a stone that's matching with your energy well. You know, there's a couple other little tips and tricks that we like to teach in person about, like kind of the way that your body moves when you're holding a certain stone. It can be a yes or a no. You know, stones are very easy to manipulate. Their energy is, I mean, they have their own set energy, but it's very easy to manipulate. It's very easy to activate them, so to speak. It's very easy to set intentions into them, because the power of thought, like your thoughts have their own vibration as well. So you can really set intentions into different stones. And
you kind of taught me a bit about that. And I've been doing a little experiment with setting intentions into stone. So if you haven't seen my experiment, you can go back either on my Instagram or onto the Facebook, because it reminds me of this quote by Jean-Paul Richter it says, "Do not wait for extraordinary circumstances to do good. Try to use ordinary situations." And I've used that and what you have been teaching me about setting intentions into stones to not wait for these extraordinary circumstances, but just kind of use ordinary situations of, one was with just a new person that I met, and one was my daycare, the daycare teacher, and just finding ordinary people that are in my life, but trying to set good intentions that might set forth a positive ripple in the world.
Yes.
Right?
I love that.
Okay, I'm trying. Because for me in the past, I felt like I have set off way too many negative ripples in the universe, way too many negative energy ripples. So if you believe in karma at all, like I feel like I need to offset it with more positive energy ripples, and that's what I'm trying to do in my life. And you're a person that's helping me do that, and I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm happy that I've gotten to meet you and experience, this story. And I do, every time I come in here, I do feel like it is a safe space. Because I've been here in your back room completely bawling my eyes out. So it is a safe space.
You've been initiated. Yes.
Yeah. Are you excited for Hop and Shop tomorrow?
We are super excited. So we have cute little door prizes that we created with some stones and other goodies that we'll be giving out to people coming in. And we have our coupon that will be in the swag bag. So
everybody that comes in gets a little from the Hop and Shop. Is going to get a little door prize. That's so cool.
Door prize, and then I'm excited. We made a really cute gift basket for the raffle prize and put in, I can't remember exactly what it was. We put in a couple things to the big raffle prize that I really like, and something that I feel like could benefit really anybody at any point, anywhere that they might be at on their spiritual journey or healing journey, or just,
And if not, they can always set an intention into it and give it to somebody
away.
else.
Yes. Stones are great.
A la Nikki Darling.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. I know that we're going to see you early on in our Hop and Shop experience tomorrow.
Yeah, we're one of the first stops with Wenatchee. Yeah.
So we'll see you early tomorrow, and then and we'll be on our way. So thank you so much for allowing us to be here to broadcast today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody go to wenatchee.net and get your Hop and Shop tickets.
Yes, those VIPs are almost gone.
They are almost gone.
Yeah.
All right, Annalie, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, man. Okay. Lenacee.net. That's LANACIE.net for your tickets to go to Hop and Shop tomorrow. And I do have a big announcement for Hop and Shop. This has not been announced before right now. Are you ready? Grayson, are you ready for this announcement? Okay. The Hop and Shop VIP experience just got more VIP. Why? Because I am going to be joining the VIP bus experience. I am now hopping and shopping on the VIP bus experience.
People want this. People want this.
I know. People asked for it. And it is now happening. So I'm hopping on the bus at 10:45 tomorrow morning with all of our shoppers and taking you concierge style to all of your stores. And then all around town, we're going to go to this store here, to Wenatchee, down to Wenatchee Wear. And then we're going to take you down to downtown. You'll have a couple of hours off the bus downtown on your own. And then I'll get you back on the bus and then up over to Class with a Glass for the after party. And then I get to host the after party. So like,
Tomorrow's
VIP.
gonna be so awesome, Nikki.
I hope the VIP people really like me because they are going to be with me all day.
Oh, it's gonna be so exciting and rewarding. I really wish that I didn't have this because I would totally be going, but it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so awesome.
Oh, well, maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll get you on a phone or a tablet and you'll be able to travel with us or something.
I would like
It's
that.
okay.
I would like that.
Yeah. It's going to be a fun time. It's all right. And you know what? I know we've already started to plan for next year's Hop and Shop. So you're not going to miss out. And this will not be the last one that we ever have. So there you go. So if you want to buy your tickets, you can go on to wenatchee.net. The ticket experience, the two different experiences are there, so you can get your tickets. And I do see Miss Nancy is waiting in the wings. Are you ready to go on? Okay, yeah, awesome. Yeah, she's here. She's here. Yeah. So we're gonna get her sat down. I'm gonna take a sip of water.
She
here.
can't even see me right now, but I'm so excited. Nancy
I know.
Barrett's live.
Man, you can't see Grayson, but he is very visibly excited that you are here
Grayson.
with us. So she is the owner and operator of Class with a Glass. They are down at 2nd and Mission. They have a really awesome studio down there with always your regular sip and paint classes, but now they're adding on always great new things that are happening. I'm just making sure we can see it. You don't want to do that. Perfect. Oh, gorgeous. I love that scarf.
My sister made it. She's a weaver.
Stop it.
Isn't that beautiful? She's so talented.
Your family is really talented, though. Like everybody in your family is super talented, from your sisters to your kids to you. I mean, like everybody's just got talent
It
out there.
runs in our veins, I guess.
Thank you. It makes sense because you now like hire all of them to work for you down at Class with a Glass.
We are truly a family owned and operated business.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, we qualify.
And I miss you so much.
I haven't seen you in a while, Nikki.
The last time I saw you was actually Valentine's Day. I saw you for like a quick second.
In a parking lot, I think.
In Pybus.
Okay,
I was going to set up for Lady in Red.
Yeah.
And you and your husband were down there having a meal.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I get to have a Nancy Barrett hug.
I know. It was really good to see you then.
I know.
And today.
Thank
you.
How are you doing? Are you and Jan holding up all right?
We are. It's been a winter, right? It's been a winter. We've gone through a few things with our family and just some health issues that were not fun. I won't lie, but we are all coming out on the other side healthier and excited for some sunshine and warm weather and what that brings.
Right. The sunshine is always really good to see. But I've been paying attention to Class with a Glass, and y'all are busy.
We've been busy.
Yeah. So tell us what's been going on over there.
Well, I am always looking and thinking about what is it that is going to be something fresh and new creatively that our customers and our loyal patrons would enjoy. So I've been bringing in more art mediums. So if you've been watching our Facebook page, you're aware that we have been offering some clay classes by Martha Flores.
Yeah.
Clay sculpting. I did that.
And Martha is amazing.
She is just vibrant, talented, fun, knowledgeable, I've been enjoying getting to know her. So I took her first class there that she offered, and I had a blast making a little cat sculpture out of clay and modeled after my little Oliver. And so clay classes, we're going to be offering some clay classes at our spring break camp that is actually sold out, but we'll be offering that with Martha coming alongside, and more in the future at the studio. We've also been offering our watercolor classes now, and those are selling out. Every time we have one, it sells out. So I knew that would be a really popular
people
medium.
love watercolors.
And it's very different than painting with acrylics.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have that new challenge. But our instructor, Jessica Stowell, is fantastic. And
Is she still teaching her hand lettering?
we'll probably bring another one of those in again. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we started with that and then kind of felt the vibe that just getting some watercolor down first, and alongside that we can always build the hand lettering or brush lettering on top.
Brush lettering.
Yeah.
I know, she's
very talented.
I can't ever remember what it's called, but it's so fun.
Beautiful. And she helped you with your
She helped me
festival
with
of trees and the ribbon and
my community and sound tree for Festival of Trees.
That's
and
right.
I would not have been able to do it without her.
She is very talented. So Jessica Stoll, we're happy to have her on board.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've also introduced printmaking classes with another new staff member named Caitlin Cleveland. And that is a whole new realm.
That sounds really familiar. Is she from Pybus?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. So I think that type of art form it's a little more technical, but once people do it, they just love it and can't wait to do it again.
Explain what it is.
Well, I've not taken the class, but I've heard and I've watched her do it. I'm going to take the next one. But there's a piece of what is called lino cut or lino cut. It's like a heavy kind of rubbery plastic mat, and you use tools to etch out your design.
So this is like Cricut kind of stuff? No,
I don't think so.
Okay.
So you etch out your design and then you put ink on top of that. You roll it out with a roller, and then you put your paper on top of that and then smooth the ink out, lift it off, and it's like you've created your own handcrafted print.
That's so cool.
It's kind of like making a great big stamp. That you buy,
but like in reverse,
and that you create the stamp of your choice. So Caitlin is very knowledgeable in this and really talented. So we're excited to be offering more of those classes. She did one 2 weeks ago and everybody just loved it. So Class with a Glass just continues to expand with what we're offering. We still have our acrylic painting classes, which are tried and true and wonderful. Been doing a lot of private events. I am finding that more and more our private event.
Well, people don't even realize that you offer up your space. You know what? I met Brandon and Ashley, who own Wenatchee Computer, and they told me they did their wedding.
Yes.
Class with a Glass.
That's right.
I was like, you had your wedding there?
Yes.
I was like so impressed.
It was beautiful.
Yeah. That's
so
what she
neat.
said. They were so happy with it.
The living room is the front half of our whole space. It's about 2,200 square feet. And it's called the living room because it feels very comfortable. Mm-hmm. People walk in and I've heard a couple of times, I just feel like I'm at home when they walk in the door. So that warms my heart. But that space is open for someone to rent, whether it's for a wedding, a memorial service, birthday party, baby shower, bridal shower. We've done all that.
Yeah.
They don't have to paint. They can just come and use that front space, but not paint, or they can also throw in a little creative experience on top of their
we've done karaoke and paint in that front space. We've done sip and sing. So
it's really flexible.
You can do whatever your imagination, wherever it takes you. You can do it.
It's true.
In that space. It's creative.
That's right. Yeah, very welcoming. And we really are finding more and more art for all ages applies to the business. I have that on the big blue sign that people see as they're going down Mission Street. I'm just so excited to watch kids and families come in and paint together, create together.
Are you still doing Dusty Pipes?
Nope, Dusty Pipes lasted for a little bit, but we just didn't have the turnout that we had hoped for.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things that we tried and then said, no, I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah.
But Carrie Grosh is still a part of my team. She's actually my social media manager.
She's another super talented person.
Yeah.
Why do you just attract super talented people? You're like a vortex of talent.
I'm blessed in that way.
Truly. That's going to be your new title. Nancy Barrett, Vortex of Talent.
Oh my gosh, that is like riveting. I kind of like it. Yeah,
Do you remember who gave it to you?
Okay, I will. Well, you're one of them. You're one of the creatives that is a part of my circle.
Thank you very
Now,
much.
I'm truly blessed with the people that come alongside, whether they're there for a short season or a longer season. And I do have my family is working with me. My two sisters who've lived in the Valley for years, long before I ever arrived here, they both are helping me, and my daughter. And every once in a while, my husband will pop in, and so, yeah. It's a special business. It is truly a dream come true for me. For over 10 years, I knew that was back probably between, I don't know, 2005 and 2015. I knew I wanted to be a business owner.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know exactly what way I was going to go, but when I sort of really discovered the artist within me, and that lined up so well with me as an educator, a teacher. I'll tell you, I every single class, I love it.
Yeah.
I love to
Yay.
see people come in and learn, and I learn every single class, and people open up a side of themselves that they hadn't before, maybe, or they're there to practice the skills they've already learned. So it's a special business, and I always want more and more people to come enjoy time there.
And I have just loved my time with you anytime I have it. Tomorrow is Hop and Shop.
That's right.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Well, that's a dumb question.
Yeah, of course.
I'm
hopping excited.
So happy about tomorrow.
Yes.
How has been the experience working with Mary? This has really been your first time collaborating with Mary Hart of Lenesse Boutique.
Oh, Mary Hart is a powerhouse.
Oh, yes.
That is the truth.
That's an understatement of the year, I think.
Yeah, she is so gifted with her ability to connect people, to administrate those connections, to envision some fantastic future ideas about putting an event together. I've really enjoyed my interaction with Mary so far. I'm going to go say hi to her right after this, right around the corner here from All Good Things. And I'm excited for tomorrow to see who shows up. I know we have a bus full of people coming, and they're going to be able to go around town and enjoy shopping at all these wonderful participating businesses. It's great.
And then after we do all of our hopping and all of our shopping, we're going to hop our way right into Class with a Glass.
That's right. Yeah.
And we've done parties there before. You've done weddings.
Yeah.
So this is not going to be anything out of the ordinary.
No.
We're going to walk in. We're going to have our Hop and Shop after party at your studio.
That's right.
And it's going to be a good time. We have food and drink available.
Yep.
And then we're going to do our raffle giveaway,
That's
and
right.
I'm going to be doing the music, and I'm really
fun.
excited to be back at Class with a Glass tomorrow.
Thank you. I'm so excited to have you come on in and set up your stuff and be the life of the party.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Nancy, thank you again. We'll have you back on again in the future. You're always welcome. It's an open door for you. You know that.
Thanks, Nikki. I appreciate it. All right. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You too. That is Nancy Barrett from Class with a Glass by, I love you so much. She is just the best. She waved goodbye to you too, Grayson, okay?
Oh, I missed that.
I didn't want you to feel left out.
Oh, I don't feel like that. That was a great interview. I got to watch it, so.
Thank you. She's just got such a special place in my heart, always, always, always. You know, one thing that people don't know about her and I is that we actually are like really good friends when we're not, working. And that I love her and her family, and she has been so good to me and my family as well, that I have just such gratitude for having met her, and her letting me into her life, and sharing parts of her life with me. And not everybody does that with you. Some people just keep you at a certain place. They keep you at a certain distance, and they put up that wall. And then others will let you in.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, will trust you with information. They will trust you with their vulnerabilities. They'll trust you with their feelings and emotions. Um, and Nancy and I have spent really some vulnerable moments together, and we have had some parallels happen at the same time. And I think that is why the universe has brought us into each other's lives. You know, when my mother passed, her father passed almost within 3 weeks of my mother passing. Let that sink in. Like, that's such a weird coincidence. And I don't even believe in coincidences. You know, it's just so if there needed to be a human being in the world that could um, understand, you know, really what you're going through, that I needed to have that person be there. You know, Nancy was that person, because she was going through a lot of the same emotions that I was going through at the same time. And then she had some health stuff come up at the same exact time that I had some health stuff come up. So we were both dealing with loss and dealing with health issues at the same time. And it was just like, oh, come on, Nancy, stop it. Stop having the same life as me. Uh, but I feel a kinship with her is really what it comes down to.
No,
And
the Barretts
I
are
really
great.
love her.
You're right. No, the Barretts are great. They've been so kind and so generous with me, and they've allowed me to do some things for them to help them out. And they've just welcomed me with open arms like family. It's just been really nice. I mean, first I got to be friends with Jesse, and that was really cool. And I got to kind of know a little bit of Caitlin, and then I really got to know Nancy and Dan, and they've just been so good to me. I agree with everything you're saying. I mean, they have very good hearts, and they recognize very good people, and it's very comforting. It's very comforting. I feel like I have a second family here, away from my own family. With them, I can reach out at any time, and it's been great. I hear you.
Yeah. You have helped them out quite a bit throughout the winter time. You helped them snow blowing and keeping their sidewalks and stuff clear, which is not an easy thing to do. You know, when you have people
Very
that are
minimal. Very minimal.
stop it.
They had lots of help. I can't take credit for a lot of things. But I've helped them do some things, you know, icing the
Yeah.
sidewalks and stuff like that,
To
and
them
kind
it
of
was a
helping
big
out
deal,
their
Grayson.
guy. Yeah, but I can't take full responsibility. I try to be of services in the best ways that I possibly can.
Yes. All right. I want to remind everybody that we do have an interactive text line, so you can text in any comments. If you're having any issues, let us know. There it is, 509-795-5602. Uh-oh, I'm getting a text message from Jason. I don't know if this is going to be good or bad. Uh-oh. He's not going to make it on time.
Well, that's
Not going to make it
okay.
on time. Not going to make it on time. I don't
That's
even
okay.
know what on time would be for
Yeah.
Jason, to be honest. So there is literally a no on time. So I don't even know if he's going to make it within the allotted time frame of this
No,
podcast,
we
to be
think
honest.
positive on this podcast.
Oh, I'm just saying, if anybody knows Jason, if
He
he
doesn't
makes it
have a
within the
time,
allotted
like an
time of
internal
this
clock.
podcast, I will be very surprised. Okay, so there's if anything, we'll get him. Well, it'll happen. Okay, I'm being positive. Okay. There's plenty of other things that we're gonna go over. I want to say a big congratulations to Rosa Pullido. She is the executive director of the Wenatchee Downtown Association. I caught up with her, had coffee with her this past week, and she is doing great. You know, she's learning the ropes, but last weekend was her first big event as the ED of the WDA. And they had the big wine walk. right? And I know that that's got to be stressful, right? It's like your first big outing. This is your first big soiree as the person in charge, and Linda is officially, stepped down from the position, and they went into just like, gosh, Wenatchee, this is normally you. You wait until the last minute to buy your tickets to everything, which most people did for the wine walk. They went into it, I guess, a little under their numbers, but in the end, it was a really super successful, huge success for the wine walk, and a huge success for Rosa. So I'm really happy for her that that went well. And going forward, I think they do like 22 downtown events, the Downtown Association, every year. So um, I'm sure she's not sitting on her laurels of success for very long and then getting ready to just turn around and do the next one. But at least the first one she can say was a success. That's good, right? So congratulations, Rosa. We'll have regular coffees and I'll get regular updates. Actually, I would like to get her on this podcast on a regular basis, and I think that's going to happen. What? What are you laughing at?
I'm busy over here. I'm so sorry, but I'm kind of trying to do the thing that I do when I help you. So
Okay.
I'm working on our next show, so don't mind me at this.
Can you work on this show? Can you be here with me on this show?
It's our next episode.
I need you here now.
I'm here.
But you're not here. But I need you here. Like here. Where are you?
I'm at home.
I need you here.
Infection.
Be with me. I need us to be here. Okay. So I want to update. I can take you off the feed if you want to not be here. I can take you off.
No. I just wanted
now it's no.
to the audience. I'm sorry. I'm speaking with a future person we're going to be talking to on a future podcast. So. Okay.
Well, so if you do want to support this podcast, it is completely community supported. What does that mean? It means we have sponsors and we have subscribers who help support, make this podcast happen. So if we want to get better cameras or better microphones or better producers, then we have to be supported by you. It's nuts. Look, that didn't even face him. So there is the website to become a subscriber, part of the community. There are different subscription levels, and that actually helps us stay not bought out by any corporate entity and keeps us free speech. It keeps us doing the stories that we want, doing the interviews that we want with the businesses, organizations, and nonprofits that we want. And we'll always kind of keep it that way. But we do appreciate your support, just like we appreciate your nomination for World's Best, which is happening right now. You can nominate us once per day for today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And I think the nominations end on Sunday. The top 5 nominees will get moved over to the voting round. So they'll put out the top 5 in each category, and then you'll come back beginning to the middle of April, and then you'll get to vote on which of those 5 in each category you want to win World's Best. We don't fit anywhere except in Best New Business. So, yeah, so if you, I know there's other really great new businesses out there, not diminishing what they do and how hard they work in their beginning of their business. But if you do believe that we actually deserve your nomination, then we appreciate that. And we have the link to that up on our Facebook page, which we're not live streaming on.
Vote and nominate Nikki, because you can vote once a day, and you can use different emails to vote, and you can vote for other businesses as well. But if you would love to be able to see see us do some more and flourish and be stronger, I would encourage it. I think it's a good thing. I think that what we put out for our community is relevant and important to all of us. And and I thank Nikki for that. But Nikki is the reason that we're able to do that. And how awesome is that? Look where she is today. Look at all the different venues that she gets lined up. Like, that is all Nikki. And it just is a testament to what being nominated as a new small business is all about. Is getting your hustle on and working what you believe. So you deserve that nomination.
Thank you. No, I do appreciate it, and I do hustle. I'm out here hustling. When I met with Rosa this past week, she said to me, I said to her, I said, hey, congratulations. I heard the wine walk was really well and went really well, and congratulations on the new position. And she said back to me, she said, congratulations to you. And I said, congratulations on what? Like, I didn't do anything. She's like, your business is doing really well. And I went, man, thank you. Just thank you for recognizing that. I asked her why. I said, why would you say that? She's like, you are everywhere. Like, your business and you and your face and your logo is everywhere. I see it everywhere. And I just went, thank you, because I'm trying. I'm trying purposefully to be out in the community, because I felt like I was in this bubble for so long that I couldn't be out in the community as much as I wanted to be. And now you can't get me out. You can't get me out of the community. I'm just, there's Nikki, and there's Nikki, and there's Nikki, and there's Nikki, I'm everywhere, and I love that. So I just appreciate the opportunity to be at places, and that people trust me with their information and their likeness,
Yeah.
that people like Nancy and Danielle Martin from the BNCW and Brandon from Wenatchee Computer, and people from all over, and Danny Guerrero from Molina Healthcare, they trust me to come on and talk to them and give out the information that's important to them. That I don't take that lightly. I just don't. I take a great responsibility in that. And I think everybody who does what I do should take a great responsibility in that. Call me crazy. I don't know. People do call me crazy all the time. So. It's okay. And if you're wondering how to get me out to you, here, or if you have a business or an organization or a nonprofit, or you're holding a fundraiser and you want to know how to get Darling Productions or get What's Up Wenatchee out to your place, you can get in contact with us. So you can use this interactive text line, the 509-795-5602, or you can go to the website, right? I have all the information on how to book us, either at darlingpodcasts.com. That's where all of our podcasts on this network are located, or darlingproductionswalk.com. And people don't even realize that we're a podcast network, Grayson. They don't even know what a podcast network is. So a podcast network is just a group of podcasts, just like a radio cluster is a group of radio stations, right? I don't want to name anyone in particular, but I could, right? There's 7 different radio stations within one company. A network is just like that. So we have a bunch of different podcasts all on one network. I get asked all the time, hey, is Back of the Pack, are you involved with Back of the Pack? I'm like, yes. Yeah, I totally This past week, I have it up on the screen right now. Season 2, episode 2 of Back of the Pack came out. So check out Kylie Boggs was the guest on that episode, and she gives a really really awesome interview about how she was working for the pack, and then had to, like, they all kind of lost their jobs during COVID, and then she got a full-time job, and then it felt like coming home, like that was like her coming home when she came back to the theater, and what it's like working for theater, and it's like this family and your drive and just her why, and making other people's vision come true on stage, because she's their technical supervisor, so she does all like the tech and everything, and it's just such a great interview that uh, that I think people should go and check it out. I mean, I'm a little bit biased, but because I love Kylie and I produce the Back of the Pack podcast. But if you haven't checked out any of the episodes, that's the latest one. It's 17 episodes in. So you can certainly binge listen the back episodes of season 1, and now the first 2 episodes of season 2 of Back of the Pack. And that's just one of the several different podcasts that are on the network. And you can go and check out any of them because they're all good. Again, I'm biased. Have we made a post anywhere out and about on Facebook that we are trying to redirect people? I feel like we're not getting a whole lot of people watching today because we're not on Facebook.
I thought that I did, but I'm going to go and double check that right now because I was looking at that on the other 2 places that we are up and running right now.
Okay. Yeah. So what happened is I got hacked by Vietnamese hackers. This was a story. And so for right now, Nikki Darling Mara, Nikki Darling on Air, Darling Podcasts, Darling Productions, all 4 of those accounts are not hacked. I have recovered them, but they are not able to post. So normally we would be broadcasting and live streaming on Twitch, YouTube, on 2 different YouTube pages, LinkedIn, and then 4 different Facebook feeds. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 platforms. 8 platforms. So right now we're only on half that. We're on 4. We're on LinkedIn, we're on 2 different YouTube pages, and they're on Twitch. So if you're trying at all on any of our Facebook pages to find us, you're not. But Grayson, if you could go on to any and every thing on Facebook or Instagram and just post the YouTube feed, the What's Up Wenatchee YouTube feed, then we can redirect people.
I'm on it.
Okay.
That's why I'm not looking at the screen.
Yep. Nope. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and put this website back up. This www.supercast.com. That is our community. If our subscription community, I do have some interviews that are going to be coming up within the next week. I'm going to because we're working on updating our What's Up Wenatchee feed of season 3. So all of the episodes. So this is, if you can believe it, Grayson, this is our 11th episode of season 3. I cannot believe that we've already done 10 episodes in season 3. But we're getting better all the time. So I've already posted 2 back episodes of episode 9 and 10 of season 3 in our back catalog. So I'm starting to go back and just re-pull the audio. So the audio is available from our past live broadcasts. And then also, we are now up onto Spotify for podcasters, which doesn't allow you to live stream yet. I think they might be working on it, but they do allow you to post up video. So once the live stream is done, I can take the live video off, pull it down, and then post it back up onto Spotify. So if you look for the What's Up Wenatchee Live, there's two different accounts. There'll be the What's Up Wenatchee, which is just all the audio on Spotify. And if you look for What's Up Wenatchee Live on Spotify, you'll see all of our videos. And it's a multi-layered experience, actually. And I really like this new Spotify for podcasters because you not only get to post your video, so even if you're watching on it or even interacting on your phone, you get to see the video on your phone. This is like the true Joe Rogan experience, right? Like this is how Joe Rogan does it now. You can watch all the videos on Spotify, and then you can interact because I get to ask you a question, and then you can answer the question through Spotify. And then I can ask you a poll question. Like last week, I asked, does free speech exist within a corporation? Yes, no, or it has to be censored. So you can go back and you can answer the poll question through Spotify. Or you can just ask any questions or interact. So it gives a whole new multi-layered experience to podcasting that nobody else is doing around here. You can't even get that when you're listening to the radio. I didn't have that option when I was a radio host to have, interactive experiences like this. So this is really, really neat. I love it. So you'll have on-demand content. We're going back. You're going to have the audio-only option if you want. You'll be able to watch the video back. You can go back on, obviously, YouTube and look in our live tab, and you can go back and watch any of the past live streams on YouTube because they're all automatically archived. So we are working on doing all of that and making sure all of our content is up and running for you. Anybody who is part of our Supercast community, we do like to give you exclusive content, but also give you chances to win tickets and win giveaways. So we do have, right now, we have a ticket giveaway up for grabs. And we have a picture for you. Sorry, I'm not choking. I'm chewing on a cough drop. So this show is coming up, Step Africa. I actually got the tickets in the mail yesterday from the Numerical Performing Arts Center, April 11th. Look at them. They look like they're having so much fun. I was talking to Ryan, my husband, about this last night. I said, I've got these tickets for Step Africa. And he's like, what is that? And I was like, it's like and I started to like hit my body. Of course you can't see me. But I said, it's like the body percussion, stomping kind of stuff. And he goes, oh, okay. And I said, was that a good way of explaining it? Because I need to be able to explain it on the podcast. And I was doing this. It was going like this. It says body percussion, stomping. And he's like, yeah, I think that's a good way of explaining. So we have tickets to give away. If you are part of our Supercast community, we are going to pick a winner for a pair of tickets this week. And then we'll have another giveaway. Speaking of giveaways, I have got 2 tickets for tonight's Waha night at the Wenatchee Wild. So if you are interested in going to the Wenatchee Wild tonight, and you actually can go, I've got 2 tickets. So just put in wherever you're streaming and you're watching this podcast, go ahead and put in the comments section the word wild, and we will see that and we'll get those tickets to you. They'll be yours. The first person that we see comment, we will get those tickets over to you, and I will personally drive the tickets over to the box office so you can pick them up later. I I will personally do that because they're in my possession. They're on my person. So I will have to drop them off at the TTC before this evening. But I'll make sure your name is on them, whoever wants them. And Waha night at the Wenatchee Wild tonight. Wenatchee Wild is always a good time. Let's go wild.
Go wild.
Oh, were you drinking out of a wild cup? That's pretty cool. Nice. So we still have to talk about a few things on today's program, and we'll see what time, if at all, Jason makes his way here. We're supposed to talk with Jason Underwood from Humblebee Collective about Pluto making its way into Aquarius and how that's supposed to affect our telecommunications. But I also have a rundown of some of the things that are going on in North Central Washington this weekend. I wanted to talk about the e-scooters that are coming back into town. And what else did I have on my list here? Oh, I still have to tell the Vietnamese hacker story. Are you still doing stuff over there? Because
I need to interrupt this live stream. So I just want to let everybody know that you can go to my Facebook page, and we are streaming right now live this What's Up Wenatchee podcast from my Facebook page. If you need to friend me to see it, please do. If you need to follow me, go ahead. And I've put links up everywhere else. There should be one that you should be seeing across the platform on Facebook. So if there's anyone out there that is struggling to figure out where we're coming from, I just want to make sure that people know that I have put that out in the universe. Sorry, Nikki, go ahead.
I said, anytime you can do that, anytime you want to do that. All right, I need to call out the writer on an online website called investing.com. Her name is Audrey Kayanova, and she wrote an article called Expensive Dated Fashion Trends That Aren't Worth the Investment Today. All right, I'm trying to pull this up so you can see it. Present my screen. Expensive dating fashion trends that are not worth. Let's see. Here we go. Look, I actually did it correctly. Getting better all the time, right? Here we go. Expensive dating fashion trends that aren't worth the investment today. I don't really use the word hate, Grayson, very much, but I'm actually using the word hate here. I hate articles like this. Why? Because they are so critical, unnecessarily critical. It's on a website called investing.com, but it's a fashion website or a fashion article, and it's talking about different, and this is a long list. I tried to was like, oh, they're going to go into like 5, maybe 10, maybe 20 of these fashion trends that like we should move away from, expensive fashion trends that we should move away from, like not wearing shape wear, okay? And then choker necklaces, thin eyebrows, who cares? Floral patterns. It's saying we need to stay away from floral patterns, turtlenecks, Crocs. I know you have Crocs, so it's whatever. People wear Crocs. But the list goes on and on and on and on. Like I couldn't even make it to the end of this list. Cargo shorts, which is like my husband's staple in the summer.
I'm going to start wearing cargo shorts more now because of this.
Mom jeans or dad jeans, which are now coming back as a thing. Once I got to, there was one that I got to and I needed to stop. It said noticeable pantyhose, long hair, and then it got to too many layers, right? It was like wearing too many layers.
Wait. So if you live in an inclement climate, are you just supposed to wear a single layer and like life is good? Like Washington State, the
I don't
Pacific
know.
Northwest is all about layers.
I don't know. But do you see where I'm going with this? It had tie-dye. Tie-dye was on the list, and it gives you like the era, and the thing is that who does this person, Audrey Ryakova or whatever her name is, like who made her the end all be all to tell anybody that they can't wear a bandana or circle glasses or bell bottoms or plastic flip-flops or whatever it is that they want to wear on whatever given day that they want to wear it, like that, because somebody else out there, primarily people like friggin' Audrey, that are going to look at you weird or look at you sideways because you're wearing too many friggin' layers, or you're wearing a pair of Crocs, or you're wearing a bandana, or you're wearing a pair of mom jeans, or you're wearing a pair of tiny glasses, or you got a scrunchie in your hair. Like, what are you? Are you still in high school? Like, move on from high school and stop judging me on what I'm wearing, what makeup I'm wearing, if I'm wearing makeup, how I'm wearing my hair, and just pay attention to your own gosh darn life. Right? Why are we still writing articles like this? I just needed to call her out. If any of these things are on this list and it makes you feel comfortable walking out into public because like this is your jam, polka dots are your jam, then own it. If you want to walk around with a tiny purse, do it. If you like square-toed boots, do it. Own it. Do not let this lady or any other person on the internet tell you how you should dress, how you should act, what shoes you should wear, how you should do your hair, if you should wear makeup, or how you should act, or how much you should weigh. Nobody should have that right and that power over you, especially some super stranger on the internet that thinks she has a monicum of power because she writes for a blog called investing.com. Give me a freaking break. What we really need to be paying attention to is the fact that TikTok is still not banned in the United States. Is nobody not completely upset about this? The fact that we're on the precipice of having our privacy completely and utterly violated just by going onto an app called TikTok, and our children's privacy. There is TikTok is the wild friggin' west when it comes to privacy. And we're still allowing it to happen. So if anybody doesn't know, the chief executive officer of TikTok is getting like reamed in Congress right now about privacy issues because it's a Chinese company. And if we allow it through our firewalls, then we're having to live by that. And he's getting asked a lot of questions, and the answers are not very good. And our own, I've got it here. Hold on. I want to reference notes so I don't, speak out of turn here, right? So our own 8th District Representative Kim Schreier, who is a physician or a pediatrician, so she actually is for children. She was at the energy commerce hearing on Thursday, yesterday, she expressed some concerns about how TikTok is affecting children and teens and um, if they have eating disorders because of articles like that I was just talking about, right? That articles like that or accounts like that, they're seeing repeatedly like skinny bodies, advice on how to cook meals that are under 300 calories, like things like this are trending on TikTok. Yeah, yes, I had the same face. Like how to make a meal under 300 calories. And the algorithm is seeking out, children. So the CEO of TikTok is getting berated with these questions and having to answer for it, right? And this is his quote: anything that glorifies eating disorders, we remove from our platform as violators. We're working with experts now. It's a challenging problem for our industry, but we are actually identifying some of these themes that you're talking about and trying to build models where that kind of content is not chained up for the younger users. For the younger users? Why just the younger users?
There's a lot of crazy content out there.
People, why are we not limiting these messages to adults? Why are we just limiting these messages to children? Media literacy, people. We shouldn't be telling adults how to make meals that are less than 300 calories, okay? Even if you are 500 pounds, you shouldn't be eating a meal that's less than 300 calories.
It's not healthy. It's not healthy.
Anorexia, bulimia is not healthy for any human being, whether you're a child, a teen, in your 20s, or older, or a senior. It doesn't matter. But I understand that they want to limit this for children because they are a vulnerable community, and we should be hyper vigilant to help our children and to protect our children and what they're viewing. And they do have a family pairing tool that can be paired with a teenager's phone to set time restrictions. But come on, every teenager that I know is smarter than me at technology and would be able to hack that in like 5 seconds. You know what? My son is good. My son is probably smarter than me, and he's 2. Someday, I'm pretty sure within the next 6 months, my son's going to be able to run this podcast. So watch out, Grayson. You know what I'm saying? So
they just absorb it. That's what it is. They just absorb it.
And imagine how many messages about being skinny or being this or being socially normal, they are getting within an hour, because that's what you're supposed to limit it to. You're supposed to limit their screen time to an hour. Come on.
As soon as you see one, though, that's the algorithm for TikTok. If you see one of those videos and you watch it enough times, or even just a couple of times, it's gonna keep popping more and more of them up because of that algorithm.
Right.
And
exactly
I think that to have an unhealthy image of your body or an unhealthy idea of how to look like you see in a magazine is very toxic to our society. So you bringing this up is very, very valid. It touches very close to home for me. I mean, I'm not a parent. I don't have children. But that is a toxic thing that I don't even...
You have nieces and nephews, so you understand.
Yeah, I don't think adults need to be viewing that content, because vulnerable adults also see this content.
I was talking to Ryan on a similar topic about this, that and we were talking mostly about positive reinforcement, because Ryan helps me, I help him, and we try and positively reinforce each other. And he was talking about this experiment that was done just on like plants and water, and talking to plants like there was 2 plants and you talked like positively every day to one plant, and then the other plant you talked like negatively to the other plant, and that they grew. The one that you talked positively to reacted on a cellular level to positivity and grew faster, and the one that you talked to negatively reacted on a cellular level to negativity and wouldn't and grew less and wilted. Right? Think about that. That your body reacts on a cellular level to the words that you and the thoughts and the words that you are giving it. The visuals, the words, the thoughts that are going into your mind, body, spirit are reacting on a cellular level to you as a person, because we're like 80% water. So think about that. If you're scrolling, and all you're seeing are negative messages, it doesn't matter if your spouse is verbally abusing you. Your social media is verbally abusing you. You are in a verbally abusive, emotionally abusive relationship with your social media account. Put that up on a reel. How many people are going to realize that they are getting emotionally abused by their own social media account?
Yeah, how many people realize that we get stuck in that rabbit hole? But it's like you're saying, if you're not cognitively aware, because you just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, you're not realizing that you are kind of doing it to yourself. That content is there and it's going to become part of your algorithm, and it's just going to keep showing you more and more and more of this very same content. So if you're starting to see a lot of the same content, maybe it's time to take a break. Maybe it's just time to put your phone down, not go there, because, I try to find the positive reels, and I try to make my algorithm show like positive videos and positive things and positive poetry. Because if I get stuck looking at one bad thing, it's just going to keep popping up constantly, all this really bad stuff, right? So I feel you, and TikTok is like this black hole right now of, like you said, it's the Wild West. Like anything goes.
Yeah.
But I think it need to be limited.
It's not like you can't take what's on TikTok and put it on Instagram, or even now on Facebook. You have places to put your reels and your content on other platforms. We don't need TikTok. We don't. And so if it is the Wild West and it isn't regulated, then maybe I have a feeling that we are going to see TikTok banned. And I've had other people, I won't call them out, but I've had other people corroborate that, saying that within the next 6 months, we're going to see TikTok banned here in the United States. And we're going to find another platform that's very similar. So if you are a person out there who is putting a lot of time and energy into your TikTok account, you might want to think about where you're allotting your energies at this point. Just saying. Hashtag just saying. Right?
Hashtag just looking out for you.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. We're trying to look out for everyone,
Yeah. And thank you. I did see your post up on Facebook that redirects us to the where the live broadcast is. So I did see that. Thank you. We do have an interactive text line, so you can always text in to me and I will see it. It's right there on the screen, 509-795-5602, or wherever you are live streaming, wherever you're viewing this, you can put in the comment section. And I will see it. We see it here on our back end screen. Also, if you're interested in going to the Wenatchee Wild game tonight, I've got 2 tickets up for grabs. Just post it into the comments, and we'll make sure that we get those tickets over to the box office for you. Pretty good seats. Came to me right from the Wenatchee Wild. So Waha night, going to be a good time. Always a good time at the wild. So we want to get you there. And then it could be a really busy weekend for you because tomorrow is our Hop and Shop. And that's going to be a fun time. 10:45 if you're taking the VIP bus, we hop it on at Class with a Glass. I was about to say CWAG, but nobody understands what that is. It's just Class with a Glass as an acronym. CWAG. And then we're hopping and shopping between 11 and 3. You will have a couple of hours on your own down in the downtown area. So if you need to, take care of some other things or want to spend some time in one area or take a nap, you could do that. That's what I might do. I might go down to, I don't know, if it's nice out in the sun, I might just lay out in the sun and take a nap. And then we're partying with our after party at Class with a Glass. And then that's where we're going to give out all of our sponsor raffle prizes. And I'm really excited about that. So Grayson, let me ask you, last year was the first year we had those e-scooters come into town. Did you ride one?
No.
Me neither.
No, I didn't. I
might actually do it this year, though.
I get how people like them, but here's the problem I have with these things, okay? First of all, I moved over here from the coast where we've got all kinds of these e-scooters and e-bikes. And where do a lot of them end up? In the middle of an intersection. For what reason? What purpose? So I've seen a lot of these last year in the middle of a lot of residential intersections or hanging on a fence, inappropriate places for them to be. And it's basically you're damaging property that doesn't belong to you.
Well, I think at night they go around and they collect them and bring them back to the charging stations.
They don't. And I mean, if they did, that would be wonderful because they're supposed to be accessible for people that need to get somewhere a little faster than their own 2 feet. That's kind of the whole purpose behind it. But when you start seeing them in places where they don't belong, you kind of start to question the program because it's the users that are doing it. But I'm fully supportive. I think it's a wonderful opportunity for people who don't have a bicycle or a scooter to get around town. Absolutely. But I think that there needs to be more. Are you
planning on using them now that you don't have a car?
No. That's what I have 2 feet for.
Yeah, but it'll get you places faster.
I can't actually use one of those things, unfortunately. I just have a medical diagnosis that won't allow it. If I could, I would. I mean, I have 4 bicycles. I really don't need to use one of these scooters. But I think it's a wonderful opportunity to get around. Absolutely. I have used them in the past. And I think it's very helpful when you're in a pinch, like your bus is running late, but you have somewhere to go and there's a scooter. Woo! You're going to make it on time. But I think that if they made it a little, like you just said, if they had like a GPS on them and they could go around and pick each of these up at night, that'd be great.
They do.
I didn't see that last year.
They do have a GPS on them because you can find them on the little app and they know exactly where they are. That's how they keep track of them.
And until they're dead. I mean, I've just seen some that have just been left in places, just walking around my own neighborhood, and I've seen
to get the I think the guy who's in charge of this is the city public works director, Rob Jammerman. So maybe we need some clarification because it just seems like there's some misinformation or misunderstanding with the e-scooter program that I don't want to give out wrong information. So maybe we need to get in touch with this guy and get him on the program and see.
Yeah, I think that would be a great interview, because for people to know why it's out there and what it's intended for would be wonderful.
I think it looks like they're coming back. Right? Yeah, they were put away for the winter. People, I think most people were okay with the program. We got to see it in use for the first time last year, but the contract is up in April, and then they were looking to extend the contract. Looks like the contract's going to get extended for another year, so it does look like it's coming back. So maybe we can look to dispel some of the hesitancy or the whatever misinformation that's out there.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's a wonderful public program. And like I said, it'd just be great to have a little bit more information put out about it.
Yeah.
For the general public.
All right. Well, write that down so we can follow up on it.
Okay.
Okay. So this is what's happening in and around the North Central Washington area. We'll go through this, and then I will tell my Vietnamese hacker story up until I spot Jason if he gets here. If not, we'll have to put off talking to Jason for another time and another day. The Youth United is holding another women's product drive to collect donations for the Salvation Army. That's happening tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. at the Wenatchee Safeway. What exactly are they doing? They are collecting things like women's hygiene products, some baby products, non-perishable food items, and then, of course, always taking some cash donations as well. And that is a group called Youth United. And it's a women's product drive tomorrow, 10 to 3:30 is when they're doing that outside of Safeway. So if you go in and you're doing your grocery shopping, you can pick up a couple of extra things and then drop it in their little collection tote on your way out. Also, our friends over at the Women's Service League are doing their prom dress giveaway tomorrow and Sunday. That is for high schoolers, or high school seniors, I guess, or high schoolers that are juniors and seniors that are going to the prom and would like to look for a free prom dress. Located in the Wenatchee Valley Mall, the same location of where the My Girlfriend's Closet was in the North End by Sportsman's Warehouse. Open to all high school girls. There you go. You have to have a student ID from around North Central Washington. The dresses are free. Many are brand new. They got all different colors, dresses, sizes, and styles. They really do, though. I've helped them promote that event a few different times. So go, and they have the people sewing, and they'll help fit you into a dress, and it's really cool event for high school girls. We've got some live music happening tonight. Cider and music with Steel Stone up at Union Hill. That happens 6 to 8 tonight. 6 to 9, the Confluence Jazz Trio live at the Chateau Fair La Pompe Winery. And then also at 6 o'clock, 6 to 8, Friday night music, the Well Strong at Pybus Market is happening. And of course, if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, you can go to linsa.net and we will get you your tickets for Hop and Shop tomorrow. You can either do the VIP experience, which we just announced earlier in the show, that I will be on the VIP bus experience. So that's going to be pretty darn awesome. Or you can do the self-guided. Self-guided is a little bit of a cheaper ticket price, and you get to go to drive yourself around and go to the stores on your own time. But the risk is that you won't make it to all the stores on your own time. You won't get all the tickets punched, and you won't be eligible for all of the raffles. So VIP experience it is. There is your website right here, linsa.net, to get your tickets. I'm so bad at this. Here you go. There it is. So those are the things that are happening in and around the Pacific Northwest this weekend. Don't forget, though, March of the Pippin is starting tomorrow. You can start supporting now, though. They have already started taking donations for March of the Pippin, but he is actually going to start walking on Sunday, the 26th. Matthew Pippin walking 275,000 steps. That's about 140 miles in a week to help raise money for the Numerica Performing Arts Center and to raise awareness for the performing arts in general. If you'd like to donate, just go to numericapac.org. They've got the link there, or you can give a call to 663 Arts. All right, Grayson, I have put this off long enough. The story of the Vietnamese hackers.
Yes, could you please tell me about this? This is insane.
It is insane. It actually was a pretty insane story and happened. So
I thought I just lost you as a friend completely. I was like, who the heck is that?
Everybody was like, I knew there was something happening with Nikki. I didn't know she was changing her entire identity to Lily. Who is Lily Collins?
Yeah.
And what happened to Nikki?
Why is Lily Collins reaching out to me?
Right. Yeah. This is what happened. This is exactly how it happened. I went to bed. This was what night? I don't know. Monday night, maybe. Okay.
It was earlier this week.
It was earlier in the week, and so usually Trenton will sleep through the night. Right? He's been sleeping through the night for a while. For some reason, I don't know what it was, about 3 o'clock in the morning, he starts crying. And of course it wakes me up, right? And so I woke up and I'm like listening, like to see if he's going to settle himself back down or if it's something that I need to get up and address. And so he did. He settled himself back down. But the first thing you do, what's the first thing you do when you wake up in the middle of the night? You check your phone. Right? You check your phone. No, you don't check your phone. I just look at my phone to see what time it is because there's no clock. Nobody uses clocks anymore. So no clock. But and so I looked at my phone to see what time it was. And then I saw this alert that came up. It said, you have been signed out of Facebook. And I'm like, oh no, what happened? Is it making me change my password? So I tried in my sleep, like one eye, looking at my phone, going, okay, I need to sign back in. And it wouldn't, as I'm like trying to sign back in, like it's like, I'm not recognizing your password. I'm like, oh, okay, it's not recognizing my password. And so now I'm up. I'm like, okay, there's something wrong with my Facebook account. I'm up now. So I couldn't do it through my phone. So out comes the laptop. Now it's like 3:15 and 3:15 in the morning by the time I actually get myself up out of bed, go to the bathroom, open up the laptop, start it up. Now it's on, right? Now the battle is on. I try to get into my Facebook, same thing. So I start to investigate. They're already starting to change the profile picture, the profile name, adding an extra phone number, an extra email. And by the time I got to it, they were changing the language that my account was in from English to Vietnamese, which just added an extra layer of difficulty because I don't speak Vietnamese. It would have been a lot easier if I did. So so when you try to recover your account, what's the first thing they try and do? Here's your email. Put in your email. We're going to send you an email with a recovery code. Okay. Let's double check. I got a 2-step authorization. Let's send you so it tries to send it to my email and it goes, is this your email? No, that is not my email. So they had already added an email. And so I'm like, no, that's not my email. They're like, oh, would you like to remove this email? Yes, I would like to remove that email. Which email would you like to send your recovery code to? Yeah, this one. I want to send it to this one. Okay. So send the recovery code to that email, which was my email. So I get the recovery code and they go, okay, we'll do a 2-step verification with your phone number. We'll text you a phone number. Is this your phone number? No, that is not my phone number. Would you like to remove this phone number from your account? Yes. We'd like to remove that phone number from my account. So we removed that phone number from my account. What number would you like us to send your 2-step verification code to? We'll send it to this one. Okay. So they hadn't taken that off yet. So they send me the verification code, comes to me. But by the time I do that, they're already re-adding their phone number and their email. So I went through this same process of them adding their email and their phone, and me taking their email and their phone off of the account like 3, 4, 5 times in a row. Could you imagine how frustrating that was? And I'm doing it in Vietnamese and having to translate it into English because I don't speak Vietnamese. I'm sorry.
It's just crazy. I'm laughing because it's just the amount of work that you have to go through. It's like a vicious cycle.
But if I wasn't awake at 3:30 in the morning to do this, they would have totally hacked my account, and they would have been able to take my phone number, get it off the account, take my email, take it off the account, and then the account would have been theirs.
I've seen it happen to a lot of people. It's pretty insane.
They would have locked me out my own account, and I would never have been able to get back in. I would have lost all the pictures. I would have lost everything, right? The fact that my son got up and cried in the middle of the night, and I was able to actively, at the time that they were trying to hack my account, actively fight them off as they were doing it to the point where they got frustrated and gave up. I had to do it to the point where they gave up. And then at the point where they gave up, I was only able to stop the cycle and then get everything off, re-secure my account, and then figure out how to fix it. And then change it back to English, change the settings, change the account default picture, change the name, change all the things that they were starting to skim off of it, and put it all back. But at that point, Facebook goes, you did something wrong. This can't be right. You were English, and now you're Vietnamese, and now you're English again. You did something wrong. We're going to ban you from posting anything or doing anything for about a week, just in case, because you have violated our ethical laws of content, something. So now I've done nothing wrong except get rid of this Vietnamese hacker, but I still am not able to post for the next week, or like 4 or 5 days now. Which is why you're probably not watching this live stream on Facebook right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, I also look at it as a positive thing because it allows them to look into what happened. I mean, I've had quite a few friends have to put a whole brand new account on board because they've had their accounts completely hijacked. And some of these are musician artists. And that sucks because you have your life's work kind of there. And now it's like taken away from you. And someone else is putting that out into the internet as their own, and it's not even theirs. So the fact that your son, that Trim woke you up and that you looked at your phone, is like a saving grace.
I know.
Even though it took so long.
It is encouraging because it made me think like maybe my account is influential enough that they wanted it for something.
I think once you get so many people following you as a digital creator, you become a target for a lot of these people. They want to steal what you have.
Yeah.
And so I know that one of my friends that this happened to, his advice was change your password frequently. Change it and never change it with any of the same way that you made it before. Always just change it different. And just don't stop. I've taken that advice, and I don't have that many people to have to worry about it. But it is a concern of mine, considering I use TikTok.
Yeah, I know. It really made me think about cybersecurity and my business in cybersecurity and and access to my own content. You know how much content I'm throwing out there online and not saving in any other place. You know, so I don't know. Do I really care? I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I do. I should.
Yes, you do. And you have to, because
Of course I
your
care.
way
'Cause I
of
stayed up
reaching
for
out to
three
the
and a half
world.
hours fighting hackers. Yeah, yeah. If I didn't care, I would have just let it go. Uh, but I
But I'm
don't want
glad
to do
you
it
told
again.
us, because even I was like, what? Who? What? Since when
Yeah,
did you decide you went from Nikki to Lily, and why?
because
I mean,
people
the
do
current
that.
word is the one thing I didn't question for obvious reasons. So I was just like, oh, I guess you're just using your mom's maiden name or something, but why
Well, that's
Lily?
true. That is true. Collins is my mother's last name. So, yeah, I could have been a Collins and just changed my first name and took her last
I
name.
literally,
That's
yeah, I
actually not
mean,
a bad thing. Yeah.
it wasn't until your photo changed where I started to question, like, are you getting cosmetic surgery? You're getting a new face? What's wrong with your old face?
I know. There's nothing wrong with my face. No, no. I don't know if I'm sure that person is a real person, but I'm sure it's not Lily. You know, Lily Collins. The only Lily that I know is Lily from Bear Signs and Graphics, and she's a wonderful person, and I don't want to steal her name. So
Yeah, no, I think that the key thing here is for everyone is that to change your passwords on any of your social media accounts is at this time of where we're at in the world is extremely important because there are lots of hackers. I mean, if a bank can get hacked, you can get hacked.
yeah,
Don't be complacent.
that's true. That's true. Well, man, I really was hoping that we were going to see a glimpse of Jason.
Me
We
too.
do have like 4 minutes left here on the podcast, but uh, it's okay. Today was like such a good show. I'm so glad that everybody that was able to chime in. So that was the Vietnamese hacker story. Hashtag Vietnamese hacker. And we do still have a couple of tickets for the Wenatchee Wild game tonight. If people are interested and you want to go to Wenatchee Wild tonight, we will give you that pair of tickets. You can just put it up in the comment section, wherever your comment section is. Oops. And we'll get those tickets out to the box office for you, and that'll be a fun night out for you and whoever you want to take. And that what else did we talk about? Oh, the e-scooters. Did you write that down that we need to follow up about the e-scooters?
Oh,
Because you need to
absolutely. Yeah, that's how I help you is I take notes.
you just take notes. Yeah, thank you. And let's just we'll end today with circling back around about supporting the Wenatchee World's Best. That nominees are being taken right now. It started on the 18th, but today, tomorrow, and Sunday are the last days. You can nominate your nominations once a day, once per email per day. I think that's kind of the rule over at the Wenatchee World website, and they have different categories for all different types of businesses within the area. So automotive or community or healthcare or retail. Um, we talked about it earlier in the program that we don't really fit in any of the areas, but we're urging the Wenatchee World to add in a best performer category for next year. And that would put in like maybe karaoke hosts and comedians and drag performers.
The radar
Maybe
dames.
yeah. I mean, I think the Radar Dames end up going into like a theatrical group. You could
They
put them in
could, but they could go in both.
yeah, yeah. So I just to help support them, that's where I put them.
I encourage them to add podcasts
Yeah, best podcast.
because there are multiple podcasts
There
that
are.
come out of Wenatchee Valley. We're not the only ones, and we do plug the other ones that are out there. So
We certainly do. And there's definitely more podcasts than just podcasts on the Darling Podcast Network, too. I mean, we're not the only game in town for podcasts either.
Right.
I certainly support the other podcasts on our network, on the Darling Podcast Network, but there's definitely other podcasts that are not on our network that are doing some really great things too. So
Exactly.
that would be another great suggestion. But for this year, we have seen our nomination go in under Best New Business. Because that
I
is
also want
really
to encourage people to nominate businesses that, there's a lot that are being advertised. But if you've got a business that you work with and you don't see them, nominate them, especially if they do like a wonderful job. Like I had to nominate my pest control guy. He's not one of the people that's on there, but I know he works throughout my neighborhood and he's amazing. Like you have to nominate the people that you don't see getting the biggest credit for. That's how I feel. I feel that we should nominate the small business, the things that we don't see constantly on an advertised basis, because those people work really, really hard to bring you everything that you need to have done around town, from your vehicle to your residence, to what the content we're giving you, to musicians that are amazing that you go see. You're not seeing them be nominated. So just your mind is what's gonna put you out there. So just be open and nominate. But nominate, yes, this is important. Nominate people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just be thoughtful when you nominate, and there are people who do get recognition all the time. I know in our band and musician category, that's been really difficult for me because I know a lot of bands and musicians that are super talented. So it's been hard. I feel like I've nominated a different person every single time, or a different band or musician. Riley Franks has been great. Himiko Cloud, Datora. These are all great band musicians, artists in our area that people do not always give credit to. So I'd like to see them get recognized this year.
Absolutely.
Not just the same old. Yeah, and all good things. Crystals, Rocks, and More, that is where we are broadcasting live from today. We thank them for the opportunity to come by here, and it's been an awesome experience. They are part of the Hop and Shop experience tomorrow. Can you name all 12? Can I name all 12? Ooh,
I don't even know if I can name all 12. I think I can name 8.
Oh
Maybe.
My gosh. Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. This would be this is a good way to end the show here. Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Do you have a screenshot of the Hop and Shop flyer?
I do.
That lists all the businesses right on there. I'm going to put that up on my Facebook page too, because I know I've been putting.
I know, but I want to see if we can get it without looking at a screenshot.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Well, I'm trying to go in chronological order, so there's Lynette. I'm on the bus, so I'm trying to remember. Lynette. Okay. All Good Things, Crystals, Rocks, and More. Wenatchee Wear. Oh my gosh. This is where, because then once you get downtown, it's just like, there's a bunch of different ones. Inner Grove Tea Company. Henry Harrow. Time Capsule. Simply Unique. Mountain Chick. Yeo Bookshop.
Firehouse Pet Shop.
Pet Shop. 2 more.
You're so close. You're so
close. Okay. Wait. No, I said Time Capsule already.
Yep.
What'd you say? Tumbleweed. And what am I missing?
I think you got them all.
Did I get them all?
Mm-hmm.
No, one more.
Hill Grove Firehouse, Simply Unique. Oh, the shuttle service. Henry Harrow, Mountain Chick, Tumbleweed, Time Capsule, Ye Old, Wenatchee Wear. And then Class with a Glass. Yes! We
That
got
was
it.
the only one, Class with the Glass. Okay.
Oh, man. Okay.
Did it!
So, looks like, oh my gosh, VIP experience is sold out, guys. I'm on her website right now. VIP is sold out, so you could always do the drive your own experience. It's $35 plus you get into the after party and you get eligible for all of those raffles for all the prizes from the sponsors. So Dream Tweet and Sunkissed Designs, the tattoo place, Ellie's Joy, Bear Signs and Graphics. Thank you, Annalie, for this. Sunshine Bows, Beautifully Unique, and I gave some gifts from Darling Productions too. So I want to thank Annalie for hosting us at All Good Things Crystals, Rocks, and Minerals. This place is amazing. If you haven't been here and you haven't felt the welcoming energy that this place gives and the safe space that it provides, I highly recommend you get up to the north side of town, 1630 North Wenatchee Avenue, right here in the front. You cannot miss it. And Linesse's store is right in the back at Suite 12. So we thank you for tuning in today, and I want to thank all of our guests. Of course, our host Annalie was on with us, and Nancy from Class with a Glass. We'll see her tomorrow night at the after party for Hop and Shop. Thank you for being with me virtually, Grayson. I really do appreciate it. I hope you feel better.
I feel so much better today than than I did the last couple of days, and so every day I just get a little better. I know COVID affects everyone a little differently. I'm very thankful I have a pretty good immune system, but COVID is no joke, and that be the lesson I needed to learn. So you don't want it. I don't want it again.
No, you don't. But I appreciate you at least coming on with us virtually, and we hope that you get better, and we will see you back in person next week, right?
I do. I look forward to being back next week, and I really just wish that I could have been there today. That's the one thing I was looking forward to, but I'm also looking forward to next week. I mean, I look forward to every week, really. So
right. I mean, we get to do this every week. That's awesome. We do have an extra Friday in March. So lucky you guys get an extra show next Friday, and we will be recognizing Trans Remembrance Day next Friday. So you can tune in for that. And Tom Neese, our Chief Hope Officer, will be back for another visit and another awesome spiritual chat. If you want to join the community, you can do that through our Supercast website, which is www.supercast.com. And you can catch up on all of our past episodes of What's Up Wenatchee through our YouTube page, and now through our Spotify, because we are now on Spotify for podcasters. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll be back next week for another episode of the What's Up Wenatchee podcast. Bye.